wanted to first off say just congrats on the main event as well. I imagine that's pretty exciting and a good confidence boost to know that the promotion would turn to you, especially when there's two former champs on the card.
Yeah, it's really an honor to be on the main event right now. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting just like a regular fight. You know what I mean? But for Wonderboy to accept the fight with me and the UFC to actually let it happen, it means a lot. And I'm excited to go out there and showcase what I can do.
And I mean, you've had a great run in the UFC so far, but do you think this, with the added attention, could be the one that really connects you to a larger fan base?
Yeah, for sure. I'm fighting a real tough opponent. People bring up his age. You know what I mean? 37. That he's 37, but he's still in his prime. You know what I mean? I feel like if you watch his last fight with Luke, he's still Wonderboy. You know what I mean? Nothing has been lost. No steam has been lost. And if I get a good win over him, like that will solidify my status as a title contender.
And I wanted to go back to August. You had a very serious illness, an infection that went septic. It's good to see you back, and it was
Yeah.
clearly a very scary situation, man. But I'm kind of wondering how that experience changed your outlook, be it, on fighting or just in life in general.
Honestly, it really didn't change anything. I always had a real positive outlook on life before that. You know what I mean? And that probably is my mindset when before I got sick was probably helped me get through the sickness. You know what I mean? Because the whole time I was sick, not once it crossed my mind that I wouldn't be fighting again. Not once it crossed my mind that I was going to die. Like one moment I had a thought that hey, I needed to get something checked out because I really might be dying. But other than that, I knew I would be fine and I knew I would push through and make it through.
Once you were released from the hospital, I mean, how long was it before you felt 100% and, were training full force in the gym?
It right after I got out of the hospital, I was suppose I just had to sit at my apartment for about a month, you know what I mean, and do nothing at all. So I just sat in there, did nothing, and then I got back in the gym after that, and I was kind of scared to really push it, you know what I mean, because I had congestive heart failure. So I'm in the gym, I'm worried about my heart stopping, and I'm always checking my pulse every other minute, So it took me a while, but after a month of just being in the gym, slowly getting back into it, I started getting more comfortable and I was able to push it. And once I got word on the fight, I was already in the gym full swing. So it was just I just had to keep climbing up that hill.
As a guy who's had a few heart issues over the years, I feel you. I'm checking your pulse all the time.
Yeah.
Uh, Preparing for Wonderboy, man, his style is so well known, but there aren't a lot of guys out there quite like him. Did you bring anyone in to mimic that in sparring or do anything special to prepare for him?
Nothing special as far as my training camp. I didn't bring anybody in either. You know what I mean? I was going to bring a couple people in, but we had the guys at our gym that were solid training partners. I had Uriah Hall, Ryan Spann, and Stevie Wynn. Charles Bird also, he's good at mimicking other people's style. And the first three I named, they all come from karate, traditional karate backgrounds, kind of. So you know what I mean? They gave me real good looks and real good insight on the things I need to do and the things I shouldn't do going into this fight with Wonderboy.
And last one for me. I mean, obviously now you're in a 5-round fight. How does that change things for you?
It doesn't change anything. I haven't fought any 5-round fights except for one time in the regional circuit. But even my coach, Coach Safe, he prepares us for five-minute rounds, regardless if it's a 3 5-minute round fight. So I'm ready for it. It didn't change anything in my camp, and it didn't change my mindset going into this fight.
All right. Well, thanks very much, and best of luck this weekend.
No problem. Thank you, man.
We'll take our next set of questions from Omer Murtzavici with S Sport.
Hello, Geoff. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Thanks, man. Thanks. You have been a winning streak. Do you think you beating Stephen will be enough for the title match?
Say that one more time.
Do you think you beating Stephen will be enough for a title match?
Yeah, maybe. It might be. I might have to get one more fight after I beat him. Depending on what I do. Like I said, if I do a spinning backwards tornado kick and knock him out, then I'll for sure get a title shot after that. But even if it's a really really good fight and I look really impressive, but I'm just looking to get the win and one more fight after that, then fight for the title. That's my plan.
Okay. My other question. Can we say is the biggest match of your career?
Yeah, it's the biggest matchup of my career for sure. Yeah, you know what I mean. And honestly, every fight in the UFC has been the biggest matchup of my career. You know, like every fight is detrimental. Even before the UFC, it was even worse before the UFC because you know, like you can't take any losses on the regional circuit because that would derail your chances of being in the UFC. So each fight I've had is always meant the world to me, meant everything to me, and it's always been a must win. So like this fight I'm walking into, this must win. I have to win. I can't lose. I won't lose.
Okay, my last question. What do you think about Colby, Usman, and Jorge Triangle on welterweight division?
I don't think much about them right now. I'm only thinking about Wonderboy. We'll talk about them after.
Okay, thank you. Good luck on Saturday.
Cool. Thank you. Next. Oh, sleepy.
We'll take the next set of questions from Damon Martin with MMA.
Hey Geoff, coming into this fight, a lot has been made about, Wonderboy's ranking number 5 in the world, and there would be something to be said about him having the pressure on him because, obviously you're lower ranked in the rankings, but do you feel like that there is a certain level of pressure on you because this is your chance, this is your opportunity to get in that top 5? Do you feel that a little bit? I mean, do you embrace that pressure?
I'm, I say I don't feel any pressure, but I mean there is pressure there, if I'm being honest. But I don't let the pressure get to me. It's in my eyes, it's just another fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fight to the best of my ability. And if that's not enough, then that's not enough. That just means I need to go back to the gym and train more. So right, like in this moment right now, there's no pressure. I don't feel any pressure. I know what I'm capable of, and I know I'm prepared for this moment. So I'm just gonna go out there and do what I do.
Without getting too deep in the woods on game plan, and because obviously you're not, Jorge Masvidal, you're not Vicente Luque, but when you look at the guys who have lost to Wonderboy, what do you feel like is the biggest mistake they're making in terms of the way they're approaching the fight? Because he does have a very creative, very unique style, but there are certain guys who they just haven't been able to adapt to it. They haven't been able to figure it out. What do you feel like is the biggest mistake guys have made with him?
A lot of them, they take too much time trying to figure them out. It's real hard to give my take on it without giving too much away of what I'm going to do. But what I will leave it at is they spend a lot of time. Wonderboy does a good job at making the other person think more than they should.
We've seen, Wonderboy, his chin has been tested before. Obviously, credit to Anthony Pettis getting that crazy knockout over him, but he's taken big shots from guys like Tyron Woodley, who I think most people would agree is one of the heaviest punchers in the division and survived. Yeah. What does it say if you're able to go out there and knock out, not just beat Wonderboy, but knock out a guy like Wonderboy?
It says I got power. You know what I mean? That's how like when I envision the fight, that's one of the things I envision, like me taking it by knockout. You know what I mean? But I know it's not an easy thing to do. You know what I mean? He's been hit by some heavy hitters and he hasn't went out. He got hit by Pettis, but that was one of those punches. But it just says I got power and I'm ready for the belt. You know what I mean? If I could take out Wonderboy, there's no denying me. You know what I mean?
And last one for me, Geoff, both of you and Wonderboy, I talked about you guys before the fight. Both of you kind of expressed, similar feelings on the whole, height versus reality thing in the welterweight division.
Mm-hmm.
So much talk. And obviously guys like Colby have proven themselves, but they also talk quite a bit. But are you okay with kind of that workman-like attitude that you have where you're not going to say crazy things to get attention? You're just going to go out there and fight. And are you confident that will get you to where you want to go in terms of the title shot or contender spot after this fight?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with what got me here. You know what I mean? I didn't get here by running my mouth, and that's not me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put out this persona that's not me. So I'm gonna stay true to myself. And if me staying true to myself doesn't get me to the title, then I'll go to sleep happy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep my dignity and keep my honor intact, and I'll be happy. But I really feel like I can get there just by my fighting style and what I do in the cage. You know what I mean? People want to see fighters like me going out there, you know what I mean, striking, trying to knock the other person out, So if I keep on winning, keep knocking people out, I'll get to where I need to be.
Thank you, Geoff.
Thank you. God, no, let me
The next set of questions from Pablo Santamaria with Multi MMA Ecuador.
Hey, Geoff, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
it's been a year since you fight the last time. So, what can you expect from you in this fight? Are you happy? What do you feel coming into this fight?
I just feel like that year it was a blessing, but there was also a lot of bad things that happened this year. But I got a lot of time to work on different things. You know what I mean? I started the year working on different things in my style and my game, and I didn't know why I was doing it. I was just doing it just to play around, just to try something different. And then when I got this call about the Wonderboy fight, I'm like, this is perfect because I've been working on this all year. So I'm gonna get a chance to showcase the things I've been working on, and let's see if it works.
Okay, I get it. So you were supposed to face Neal Magny, and then you fell out of the fight. And when you get offered Wonderboy, what was your reaction when they offered the fight against Wonderboy?
Yeah, I was surprised first. You know what I mean? For Wonderboy, like I had no, like, you know what I mean. When I thought about the potential people I can fight, Wonderboy wasn't even in the realm of thought. You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about him. You know what I mean? I thought he deserved somebody above him. You know what I mean? I've been thinking that. I've been saying that for a while. But he accepted the fight with me, and I couldn't be happier. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, I'm grateful. You know what I mean? He's giving me a shot at really making a name for myself, and I appreciate that.
Okay, so where do you think Wonderboy is more dangerous? We know he's a very good striker, but do you think like the middle kicks or the push kicks are the important key in his game?
He's honestly, his hands are dangerous too. You know what I mean? His kicks sets up his hands. You know what I mean? People start getting so worried about his push kicks and his what he can do with his legs, they forget that he has two fists hiding down below his waist, and he cracks people with those. So he's dangerous everywhere when it comes to striking. You know what I mean? He might have some deficiencies when it comes to like up close, but he's real good at keeping the distance. So he's dangerous everywhere.
Okay, so what's your prediction for this fight, Nick?
It's the same as every fight. You know what I mean? Either a first or second round finish, or a 3-round war. You know, or a 5-round war. You know, I'm fighting championship rounds. So, but not championship rounds. But I'm pretend like it is. But yeah, that's a either 5-round war or a first, second round finish.
I get. Would you like to send a message to your Ecuadorian fans?
To who? My career fans?
Ecuador from Ecuador.
Hey y'all, I appreciate y'all supporting me. You know, I'm kind of new in this game, but I'm about to make a big name for myself on Saturday.
Thank you very much, Geoff, and good luck in your fight.
Thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Eric Addison with Kimura.se.
Hi. So earlier in the year, you were talking about how you had to pick up your serving job while waiting for your next fight. How much did that affect your training, and have you been able to focus on your fight camp 100% for this fight?
It really never does affect my training. You know what I mean? I fit my days that I work in around the time that I'm not doing anything, when there's like a layoff from the gym, or like, you know what I mean, I'm not training. So and I like working, so it's nothing to it. So it didn't affect anything. I stopped working about a month before the fight. You know what I mean? So about a month ago, I stopped working just so I can get more rest. Because, you know what I mean, when it comes to surfing, you're always on your feet, running back and forth. And I worked till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning most of the time. So I took a little time off, but yeah, working's work. I love it. You know, when I get done with this fight, I'm gonna take a month off, and I'm probably gonna get back to work again. So it's what I do.
That's really cool. And so you've been mentioning in your previous interviews that you've been a little bit frustrated about that no one wants to fight you because of your ranking. Are you hoping that a win against Wonderboy will give you a better chance of staying active in 2021?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm really hoping that, you know what I mean, regardless of the outcome, you know what I mean, it's going to put a lot of like hype, not hype, but like, you know what I mean, a lot of people going to really want to see me back out there again. So I'm really hoping a good performance, anything, you know what I mean. Of course, I'm expecting to win, so that's what I'm going to do. But you know, it's going to put me where I need to be after this weekend.
Cool. And then my last one is Hamza Chimaev was supposed to headline the card, and he's now one of the most hyped up fighters in the welterweight division after just 3 fights. Do you think the hype is real, and would you like to face him in 2021 if possible?
I don't know if the hype is real. You know what I mean? We'll see if the hype is real when he fights Leon. You know, people always say like all that hype and stuff. You know what I mean? I get it. Like from a fighter perspective, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because he hasn't done enough. But you know what I mean. When it comes to business, like like I can't hate on the man. So if I was in his same shoes, I would be doing the same thing. So props to him. But I honestly haven't seen enough to say the hype is real or not. Him fighting Leon is going to be a good test to see where he's really at.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
We'll take our next set of questions from Coty Cruz with For the Win podcast.
Hey, Mr. Neal, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for your time. After all the health concerns you had, how do you feel this adversity affected you? Were there any lessons to learn or any silver linings from all these unfortunate situations?
Um, kind of in a way, you know what I mean? Like I was saying earlier, like, I always have a good positive mindset. So me being sick really didn't change any of that. I did lose a fight with Neal Magny, but my mom told me, you know what I mean, don't worry, God has something greater plan for you. And you know what I mean? A month or two later, I get this call about fighting Wonderboy. So I guess she was right, and I'm happy, I'm grateful.
Absolutely. You're one of the prospects who won a contract in the Contender Series, and since then you've been undefeated in the UFC. What do you think about the opportunity that the Contender Series provides to show your skills in the most prominent promotion in MMA?
It was great. You know what I mean? When I fought for the Contender Series, I really didn't know too much about it because it was like I guess it just started. I think it was like the second week or something that I fought on, and I had just fought the week before. Like I fought Friday, and then the next Friday I got the call to go up on the Tuesday to fight. So you know what I mean? I had no expectations. I didn't know the gravity of the situation I was coming into. You know what I mean? And I won my fight, and I didn't think I was going to get a contract, and I got a contract, and I was like, damn, I'm in the UFC now. So the Dana White Contender Series, that was it's just great. It's good for all these up and coming fighters that want a shot. You know what I mean? It's like a tryout pretty much. So it's good to get a litmus test on all these fighters to see how good they are.
You said that Michael Chiesa and Santiago Ponzinibbio apparently did not want to fight you. If you beat Wonderboy, it would be difficult for someone else to refuse to fight you. You would be undeniable, since you would probably enter the upper echelon of the division. Do you have anyone else in mind at this point?
No, not right now. I'm not going to look past Wonderboy. That's a wall I got to get through. You know what I mean? Like he's not somebody to look past and think about who I'm going to fight next. Once I get past him, I'm going to start thinking about who I'm going to fight next. But right now, it's just Wonderboy on my mind.
We're ending this crazy ride called 2020, and a lot has happened, and I'm pretty sure we're all looking forward to next year. What would be your holiday greeting for the MMA community?
Say that one more time.
I'm sorry. I said that we're ending this crazy ride called 2020, and a lot has happened, and I'm pretty sure we're all looking forward to next year. What would be your holiday greeting for the MMA community?
A great fight. Either I give the MMA community a knockout, or I give them a 5-round war. You know what I mean? I think people are really looking forward to a 5-round battle. I'm not. Yeah, who wants to go in there for 5 rounds? But I'm gonna give the fans what they want.
Best of luck on your fight, sir. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll take our last set of questions from Gabriel Gonzalez with Stateside Press.
Hey, Geoff, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Quick question. So, as a server, do you work at a restaurant that happens to show UFC fights?
No, they don't do the pay-per-view at the one I work at, but if it's on ESPN, they'll put it on TVs to show them.
So when you're fighting, do your coworkers all, does just their service drop down because they're all distracted watching you?
Yeah, for sure. It always does. Like even when it's pay-per-view, like there's sometimes they have like pay-per-view cards, they'll like stream it in the back, and then the guests would be out there thirsty and starving because the server's in the back watching me fight. Luckily, a lot of my fights I get it done quick, so they don't stay in the back for too long. But yeah, they'll drop the customers just to watch me fight.
They got their priorities right.
Yeah.
There've been several Contender Series alumni who have been in main events. If you win, you'd be the first Contender Series alum to win a UFC main event. Does that mean anything to you?
I didn't even know that was the thing. And then really doesn't mean nothing. I want to be the first one to get a belt. That's what really matters.
There's a lot going on at welterweight, and I just wanted to get your take on it. In 2021, do you think that Gilbert Burns will be the one to take on Usman next, or do you think a guy, maybe yourself, maybe Leon or Hamzat or somebody, could slide into the title fight?
I don't know. Really don't know. I mean, right now. I thought it was Gilbert. I didn't know there was anything that was going to say it wasn't Gilbert fighting him. So I'm gonna say yeah, it's Gilbert. That's Gilbert's shot. So he gets the next crack at it.
And that's actually all from me, man. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.